Welcome back to Chapter 10 of our Fire Emblem Engage low tier LTC. With this being the last chapter before we lose our emblem rings, we go all out with skill inherits. Out of all our units, Anna gets by far the most favoritism. She inherits Canter and Build +4, which in this chapter enables her to take on Morion. She also inherits Vantage and Avoid +10 for later maps. After using Warp Ragnarok on the archer, Anna can counter 2 spaces up to aggro Morion. By being at the very edge of his attack range, she forces him to attack with a tomahawk, lowering his attack speed so that he can be doubled.
Our other units that inherited skills are Lapis, Diamant, and our new ally Jade. Jade gets a lot of flack for being a sorta late joining Armor Knight with mixed offenses, but for us, those mixed offenses really come into play in this run. As such, she inherits momentum to make the most of it.
Meanwhile, Diamant gets canter and headlong rush. At the start of enemy phase, Hortensia tries to freeze the nearest unit. All 3 of Diamant, Jade, and Lapis are equidistant from her, in which case her targeting becomes random. Diamant's headlong rush will protect him from freeze in case he gets targeted, while Jade just has it from equipping Sigurd.
In hindsight, we could have given it to Lapis too, but instead she gets Canter and Arms Shield Plus, the latter of which significantly improves her survivability in this somewhat dangerous enemy phase. She faces 5 enemies this turn, 4 of which are axe users. The scariest enemy is Rosado, who is just out for blood with this killer axe. Lapis cannot survive a crit from him, and even without a crit, she dies if too many other enemies hit her. This gives her about a 25% chance of death, which is half the chance of death without Arms Shield.
That being said, Canter isn't needed in this map, so we could have given Lapis another skill book for Headlong Rush. The caveat is that our only remaining skill books are the 1000 SP books, and using one of those just for Headlong Rush didn't really feel worth it, in case we needed it for something expensive later.
In this map, most LTCs choose to use Mars for reliable boss kill against Hyacinths. We instead grind Lapis with Mercurius because this is her last opportunity to benefit from the double XP, given there will be much greater competition for Parthia. Honestly, it was also a surprise to us that Lapis will need to reach a pretty strict level benchmark in a few chapters. But let's save that discussion for when the time comes.
For the boss kills, we leave Anna to solo Morion and rewarp up to Hyacinth with Diamant and Jade. Diamant needs to land a crit with a Marth engraved killer axe +2, which has a 43% chance of success. Let me tell you, we have never appreciated Diamant's personal skill more than at this very moment. Hyacinth is one of the fastest enemies we've faced so far, and Diamant's personal skill improves his accuracy a lot. Afterwards, Jade must also crit Hyacinth with the same killer axe and roughly the same chance of success, being assisted by Diamant C support.
Over on the bottom right is the one reliable part of this clear. Yunaka and Alcryst combine to kill Goldmary, with Alcryst quadruple hit being boosted by his personal skill, spur attack, tonics, and Yunaka's poison chip. This looks like supreme overkill, but there is a chance that the sword fighter attacked Alcryst from the right on the previous turn, causing the armor to also attack him, which would then prevent his personal skill from activating. Without that, Alcryst would have an exact kill on Goldmary.
Lastly, Anna must clear Morion's second health bar on enemy phase. Across both turns, Anna faces a martial monk, a sword fighter, and Morion twice. She must dodge the monk to avoid getting broken, dodge at least 2 of the other attacks, and not get crit, giving her about a 45% chance of survival overall. We could kill Morion on player phase to improve survivability, which would also reduce the resources required to kill Goldmary, since the obstruct staff could be used there. But Anna, being the capitalist that she is, greedily prioritizes her own XP and uses obstruct for herself before killing both targets on enemy phase to complete the map in 2 turns.